reality is 99% of those kids will likely never be adopted. Core Love is an organization right here in Conroe that takes care of orphan children in Haiti, Honduras, and India. We bring the love of Jesus by providing their 6 basic needs of clean water, proper food, healthcare, education, job skills, and a loving home. Visit corelove.org, that's CORELUV.org. Will you help defend the orphan?
Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us on the Cindy Cochran Show. I'm Cindy Cochran, and along with Richard Schischler, and our sponsor, who we always love to praise and uplift in front of the audience, is Chris Wootton, Wootton Financial Group. He's been around town over 21 years, and so you know, it's good to hear that, because in a small town, if someone messes up or they never did what they said they were going to do, everybody knows about it. And so for 21 years, he's had a clean record, and so that's good. And so I just want to thank him so much for being our sponsor for all these years. How many years has it been, Richard?
I mean, at least 3. At
least 3, yes. And that's a long time in radio land to have a sponsor. So we're very proud of him, and hopefully he can be on. Do you have a guest for Thursday?
No.
No? Okay. I'm going to call him and see if he wants to do Thursday, because he asked me whenever we had that meeting last week, he said, hey, listen, I still want to do the show. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. So I went, great. So I need to call him back.
Okay.
And see if it's okay if he does Thursday, and then I'll call you and tell you. Don't call you? Don't text you? Don't email you? Yeah. What are you keep shaking your head. What?
Yeah. No, I think we should do him next week.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And then not meet on Thursday?
Yeah, no show tomorrow.
No show tomorrow. Okay. Yeah.
But we got a show right now. You want to start it?
Okay. So, anyway, what do you actually think about this Jeffrey Epstein thing?
We already talked about that yesterday.
I know, but it's so interesting. Everybody's still talking about it. I mean, they just keep bringing it up and finding more things. And so, and they think there's this conspiracy theory about everybody wanting to suppress it. And
well, they probably are suppressing it, but there's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it, right?
Right. They said they don't have a list. There's not a list. And so, anyway.
Well, I imagine it's not a list as you think of like 1 through 100. I bet what it is just a collection of investigations. And then you have those folks who have like a longer paper trail than some. And then, because there might be a flight log list, which I think has already been released. The flight log, what was that, like 7 years ago?
Yeah, I think that's what.
So that's what everyone kind of paid attention to.
Talked about him. Yeah.
And then all the pictures came out and then that kind of thing. But then again, it's like it's one of those funny situations that no one's been keeping track of for the 20 years he's been, because he got convicted like in 2008.
Well,
for something. Let me look it up. What he got.
What's weird is if he had a list of really strong, notable leaders and in different political parties or whatever, that why would he commit suicide? Because
he probably committed suicide because he's a bad dude. The guilt finally got to him.
But what I mean is that he had so much stuff on so many people that he could have held it over their head to get him out of different situations. Don't you think?
Well, looking at Wikipedia, in 2005, the police began an investigation about an apparent sexual abuse to a 14-year-old. His 14-year-old, if I'm reading that right. No, a separate 14-year-old. And then they identified 36 girls that he was inappropriately with. He pled guilty and was convicted in 2008. So I was kind of remembering correctly. And then he got convicted for for prostitution and soliciting a prostitute.
Wow.
And he was convicted. Then he had a plea deal. And then for some reason, that plea deal was only 13 months. And then he was released. And then in 2019, he was charged with sex trafficking minors again.
Right.
And then that's when he died in jail.
Yeah. Now that is so interesting
So
because they said
it's been going on since 2005. This man has been
well, they say they have
involved.
video of him going into his cell, and there's nobody around.
Yeah, and he committed suicide.
Huh?
And then he committed suicide. That's the official report.
It is, but they all the questions like, wait a minute, you have a guy.
Yeah, but I mean, unfortunately, with this kind of case, is it involves minors, so there's ways you have to protect the victims no matter what, correct?
Mhm.
And then so a list. I mean, like it's kind of like with a list, you can argue this where they don't have their due process. Because if you're on the list of the flight logs, everyone thinks you're a sex trafficker now or
Right.
whatever.
Oh,
And then
for
and
people that were just flying with him.
yeah, or something, whatever. And then people are like, "Oh, we need to charge these people, right?" Well, unfortunately, when you charge them, sometimes the names of the victims have to be exposed because who's the one accusing you. You get the right to see your accuser.
Right. True.
So, in certain circumstances.
Well, I mean, the guy
So that
was
thing,
a
as again,
squeeze.
it's
I mean,
no, duh.
he needed to be fried, but I'm just saying.
Well, he was fried. He hung himself.
No, that's not frying. That's a
Well, I mean,
that's an electric chair.
Well, what I always tell people when they're like, "Oh, he deserved much more," I'm like, "Well, no matter what religion you believe in, like he's gonna be in hell, right? Because he committed suicide."
Right.
So,
And that's what you want to.
Some religions are kind of hardcore about that.
I'm so surprised they haven't done a movie. I mean, they've done a lot of
Why would
movies
they need
about
to do a
somebody
movie
going to
about
hell.
this?
What?
Oh, this.
About what they thought hell looked like and what it was. But for somebody like that, and he commits suicide, so does Satan take him immediately, or does he get shame walked, or does what would you do to him if you were Satan, or if you were Jesus?
I always thought of hell as being just darkness, like you cease to exist.
What about the fire and brimstone?
Well, I mean, like that's the way I looked at it, because like if you in your soul, you have a desire to live,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what. So if the ultimate punishment for being a bad person is to cease to exist, that has to scare your soul a little bit, right? You have to have
Right.
So I always believe that that's if you're a terrible person, you're just gonna never exist again. You don't get to live, and because people always want to say that hell is kind of like a reoccurring nightmare kind of thing, and I'm like, that's not like to me. It'd be ceasing to exist is the scariest thing I'd ever face.
It also can be married to the wrong person.
What?
Hell.
Well, no, you can.
There's different definitions
Yeah.
of hell.
I'm
And
talking
so-
spiritually.
Well, spiritually,
That's all I thought.
they don't believe anything that's going to be there. They think it's all once you die. It's over with.
But when people tell me that, I'm like, you like that idea?
Is
Like
that-
you like the idea of
Is that
ceasing
hopeful
to
for you?
Yeah, I'm like, no way, dude. Life is great. Like I would want to keep living, and so
And he said he was going to create a new heaven and a new earth, and we're going to have glorious bodies. He had me at glorious bodies, but he said
see that's
there's
because
gonna
you're
be-
vain. So,
No, this was so funny is because he
but yeah, that's how I think about it. But this guy particularly, it's like it's just a mess of a case, and there's no way because if someone's going to get hurt, that's a good person. It'd either be a victim or a person on the list. So
to
again,
mess with children.
well,
is
that's
really-
wrong. Well, no, duh, but
Yeah, so he's really bad,
yeah,
and so many people probably did want to kill him, want to have him killed,
no, yeah.
and he had to have figured out. You know what? If I just do it myself, then I'm in control. I'll
Maybe,
control
yeah.
my own death.
Or it's guilt or whatever.
And then he left that lady to try and
Yeah.
they tried to get information out of her, and
Like, can you imagine being her cellmate?
ooh yeah,
That's like a book worthy
The
right
ce-
there.
The cellmate would want to know. I want stories. Tell me everything. You know.
Because I mean,
All
I
right.
think she's going to be in prison for her entire life. So, I mean, what else she got to lose?
Well, yeah. What club would she join?
You know,
That's gonna be.
I don't know how women work. So
You don't know how.
maybe the gossip crew.
The gossip crew. Yeah, because probably in hell they would allow that. See, that's the one you wonder what would you would be allowed in hell, and if somebody put the pros and cons of hell in heaven, and you go, you know what, I'm kind of relating to hell. I don't understand. I don't know if I really want to go to heaven and sing all day and hear sermons all day, and so it's going to be. It would be interesting
Yeah.
what you're going to be.
But
Your
again-
options
But
are
again,
going
I
to
always
have.
tell folks if you're a Christian, you're not really allowed to judge folks. You can't really hope for the worst for these people. It's not your place.
Well,
So
of course
I don't
not.
want to hear your opinions on it.
You don't want to hear my opinion?
Yeah, because you're already you're judging this guy. It's not your place.
You were the one who started judging him immediately. He was just a bad dude. And
Yeah,
he was
he's a bad dude.
and then I was just saying why he probably.
But I'm not
committed
saying what his
suicide.
punishment should be. I'm not.
What his punishment
Yeah.
should be.
When you're talking about the hypothetical hell,
Mm-hmm.
so not my place.
Well, I mean, it would be.
Because what do you do with bad people? You just don't want them around you. So
Well, God says,
that's the only control you got.
people that ignored him, didn't want to believe in him and all that. He just let them go into that, and he wasn't trying to stop it. He wasn't trying to send people to him or anything like that because they were just, that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to do all the things that pleased them, and they didn't believe in God, and that's a myth and all that stuff. So he
Well,
just turns them over to that.
Well, the real question I have about the Jeffrey Epstein is the folks who hung out with him after the 2008 release, the 13 months of being convicted. That's the question I have.
Who did he hang out with?
Yeah. Because that's got to be a little suspicious, right?
Well,
say-
and what did you do with your plane? Did you put it in
Well,
the
that's what I'm
storage?
saying. Like, if it was me in charge of the investigation, I'd be like, let's first people to focus on is after 2008. Who is he still dealing with?
Right.
Because misery loves company, and bad people love other bad people.
Yeah, but don't you think all the people that they don't know where their name is and what that's going to how
We
it's
got
going
to
to come
start
out
somewhere, right?
stays away from him?
Well, that's what you'd think. But somebody kept hanging out with him after 2008. There's got to be at least
I think
one
it was just
person.
that woman.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, there's probably other people because he got charged again.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Well,
who I would focus
and the
on.
whistleblowers are just were coming out of
Yeah, but then again, you got to think of the victims. That's the first thing you got to think about.
Right.
You don't want to blast their names and have them relive this thing, or if they want to voluntarily, or
well, if they say if Jeffrey Epsteiner, Bo Diddy, no,
P Diddy.
P Diddy, yeah, if they said, listen, you can't charge me with that because I had no idea. She looked like she was 20. She looked like she was over.
Well, see,
her
that's
age.
the unfortunate scenario with this kind of crime is you have to involve the victim somehow.
Yeah, but it's been they wanted to be next to the, because he was such a big celebrity, and and this other guy was offering so much money, so they could portray themselves as older. And I mean, did he check their ID? I don't think so. I don't see that.
Because
happening.
I also think, and I wish we had lawyers with us who are like constitutional lawyers, because I feel like if the United States government put a list together and then released it, I'd
Yeah.
be like, I'd probably try to sue the government because it's like, hey, I didn't have my my day in court. You have no,
Right.
and you made a list of me, and now I'm getting all this negative stuff happening to me, and I'm innocent, and this is.
Well, what would imagine?
Because I can see that happening, even though they
Yeah.
say they actually did it.
Right.
But that's the beauty of the law. The law is,
Well, someone that's
neutral on this.
underage. What is the age that you would
It's a can of
make
worms.
them accountable? What would it be? Would it be 18 or 17,
Whatever
16.
Again, it's the law. Whatever the state it was in.
What they said was
well,
a minor.
Yeah, every state has a different
Yeah. But it's
ruling
just
on age.
what I'm
so.
saying is because
I don't have that problem anymore, so I'm not really
our
hanging out
morals.
with high schoolers. Or
I know, but our morals, though, in general, have become pretty trashy, and the way people dress
Yeah.
and the way people talk and all that.
yeah,
And so it has been for a guy to say, well, let me see your ID before I do anything.
yeah.
That's not going to happen. So these people that dress and want to.
I mean, I do it.
You,
I got the NDA paper. I'm like,
well, I can understand why you would do it. You have every right to
I
vet
love
them.
I love it.
Oh man, that's just well because here I was only 19 years old,
That's when you got married.
and I got married to a 27-year-old, and thinking, it's like people say, Cindy, are you trying to find your daddy? Are you trying to have a dad or what? Because we would go places like when he was much older. We'd go places, and they would say to me, well, what do you think your father wants you to have? Does he really want you to have this, this necklace or this ring? And I went,
Oh yeah,
my father,
yeah.
yeah, your father. And they point to Sam. And I never told him that they would say stuff like that because it would have made him so mad. And
I mean, I got carded all week last week in Baton Rouge.
you did?
Oh yeah,
Did you?
But I also-
what happened to your beard?
I shaved.
You shaved your beard up. That makes you look younger, and so are you afraid you won't pass as someone who?
I'm not trying to pass as anyone but me.
Oh, whenever they look at a card or something, if you are carded, it means that you must look too young. So they.
No, I think I was getting carded because one of my best friends looks a lot older than me.
Mm-hmm.
So I bet there were like when we compare both of us together going through a place for 21 or older, they're like, oh no, this guy's trying to sneak this guy in, or
Oh.
yeah.
And there's a relationship there, and that's what's so weird is that people.
I don't know about that, but
Well, you don't. Well, but it could be.
yeah,
Could
anything
be.
could happen.
Yeah, you just live such a dangerous life, Richard. It's just.
I ran into that
honestly.
scenario the other during the bowling deal. One of my bowlers brought his boyfriend, and he was significantly older, like I think 20 years older. And when I always thought they were just bowling buddies.
Oh,
And when
okay.
he entered, I was like, "Hey man, I'm so glad you made it here safe." And he's like, "Oh yeah, have you met my boyfriend?" And I was like, "Wait, what?"
He said my
Oh
boyfriend.
yeah. And that doesn't bother me, but it was the age. I was like, I always thought it was like your dad or your uncle, because I'm talking significantly older. Like it was, but they were both. I mean, it was funny to me. I was like, for like 2 years, I thought.
It's a good thing you didn't say yeah in front of him. Man, your son is a good bowler.
Yeah.
Your grandson is a good bowler.
Something like that. But
Yeah.
I like it. It's whatever.
Yeah, you would. You would. I just, once somebody's been hurt in any kind of relationship, and for them to start trusting people and trust anybody,
Okay.
it's got to be difficult because it seems like everybody lies.
Not in my life. I've been blessed. There's only like one person that I'll be like, no more.
No, you won't let that happen again.
Yeah.
You won't be
Well,
put in
just-
that position.
Well, it's just, yeah. You try to surround yourself with good people.
Right.
Epstein liked to surround himself with terrible people.
I know, but you're surrounding yourself with people that are already married couples and stuff like that. You gotta.
You know what? One thing
Where are you gonna find the girls to marry?
No, I guess what I'm going to do now is just make as much money as possible, and then I'll become like that. What was that scenario? That Playmate married a dude who's like 93.
You mean?
What's her name? She's from Texas. I forget her name. She had that tragic story, but
Yeah.
I want to be the old man. That's my.
Oh, I'm trying to think of
That-
her name.
that's gonna- There's three.
They did a reality show.
There's a 3-word name for her. She had 3 names. It was
Anna Nicole
Smith. There you go.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll be the
Cindy.
old guy. That's the
Thank
current.
you, Prevagen.
That's the current goal.
Yeah, you'll be the old guy.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
And all the money that you have, they'll be attracted to you.
Yeah, it's cool with me.
And you won't know if it's for you or if it's for the money.
I'd rather it be for the money. At least we know where we stand.
Yeah.
Because if it's for love, like love can change every day. Apparently, that's from my experience.
Yeah. Well,
And
I mean,
so if she ever left me, I'm like, well, it wasn't for my money.
well, or say it's okay because I'll
try-
just
I'm
call
try-
in the next one. Come on
I'm
in.
trying to do the opposite of what happened. You know,
Yeah. Well, man, Anna Nicole
she left me
Smith.
because I didn't have money, and now I want to flip the script of like, oh,
Yeah.
she left me because I had too much money. It happens.
She'll start calling you back though. Then.
Yeah, probably. If I can pick up a phone.
Hello. What you doing?
Yeah.
What's up?
That's one thing I love. When I saw my grandmother a couple of weeks ago, she's like, "Can you just unplug my phone?" And I was like, "Oh, what kind of what?" She's like, "I'm tired of dealing with that." I'm like, "Well, how else would I talk to you?" Well, I just don't like it ringing. And I'm like, I guess I gotta start writing you letters.
Well, that's what after I got scammed like that, I just said I don't want to answer the phone. Which I wasn't real good about doing that anyway. But I didn't want to talk to anybody, and I have so many numbers. There's just a bunch of numbers there.
Is that how phones work?
No. But I mean,
there's a bunch of numbers that come up on this
that
device.
I don't recognize any of these numbers, and
Yeah, you don't answer it.
Well,
You never answer
but
those.
if my doctor's calling and
Yeah, you never
his
answer
office,
it. You gotta live that lifestyle. I'll call you back.
well then they'll cancel my appointment if I don't answer.
Well, they'll leave a message and like, please confirm your appointment, and then you call back and like, confirmed. It takes an extra 5 minutes, and you're not gonna get scammed.
Okay. All right. Well,
Or no, actually, they probably will scam you still because
See-
you'd be like so convincing on the voicemail.
I just can't. I mean, I want to trash it as well. I want to just I'd rather do letters to everybody. Like, it's just it'll take some time to get to you.
Yeah,
But-
a couple days.
Now I love texting because texting is so immediate, and like you tell me what's the problem, and then you explain what the problem is, and
Have fun in texting,
I'm
with
the-
you, especially with you.
when you said when you said that, I went, Richard.
Yeah, I liked it. I was like,
'Cause-
you wanted to know.
Yeah.
I'm like, here you go. That's so funny.
And all my kids, grandchildren, love to go through any of my texts because they want to see what anybody's saying,
Yeah.
or if I'm what I'm saying to somebody.
The best is knowing, like when my friends do I know when they get in the car. Or like one of my particular buddies always had his headphones in at work, and
Mhm.
now on like the Apple devices and Android, it'll like when you send them a text, it'll go bing. You have a text from Dick Schisler, and it'll say what it is.
Oh, it does?
Oh yeah, and that's if you're plugged in, you can turn it on or off. But what I
Right.
love is I know certain friends that have it, so I always open it up with like a normal like, hey, this weekend we're gonna be doing this at 2:00, and then I'll end it with like, just something ridiculous that if he's in the car and he just hears something,
See,
especially if he's at work. One guy's like, you got to stop doing that because I laugh too much. And people in the cubicle are like, "What's so funny?" And I can't tell them because you keep writing ridiculous stuff. Because the text to speech is it's so fun.
see, that's what I know that, like,
Especially when it's curse words.
Sam's hunting buddies the text all day long on
Yeah.
how they word
No,
things.
so that I've noticed this about guys, and I don't have this this quality, and I sometimes miss that quality, or what I wish I had it was like, for example, my brother Billy, he's a sheriff, and without failure, if I'm with him for more than an hour, he'll receive 1 or 2 phone calls from buddies, and not to talk about anything, just to talk. They're like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, I'm driving on 105. "Oh yeah, how's that going?" And then it'll just be like, it's almost like they're just sitting in a waiting room and they're bored and they want to talk to each other.
Right.
But it happens every day. And I don't have that quality to be like, oh, I'm gonna call this guy and see what he's up to. But
oh yeah,
I think depends on the job. I think those kind of jobs attract certain people. And I bet if you ask anybody that has law enforcement in their family, like they just talk on the phone all the time about nothing. Especially if they're like into hunting and fishing.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll be like, "Hey, when's your next hunt? What are you gonna
Yeah.
try to shoot for?" You know, da da da. And it just
And they're watching TV and they're commenting on what they just saw, and then he has to change.
yeah.
He has to go see what they're looking at.
We were driving to Baton Rouge. My buddy Kurt gets those phone calls from like other linemen and other hunters and fishers, and not fishermen. And I'm sitting there going like, "Am I just your chauffeur? Like you're just on the phone?" And
Do you know how trendy that is about just calling, guys calling guys and saying, "How you doing? What's going on?"
I don't have that quality though.
No, but it's trending now that guys are calling their friends and telling them good night and I hope they
Oh well, I
have a
tell
good night.
I mean, in my group, I tell my friends I love them, but it's not like every day. Well, actually,
No,
randomly.
but you call them
every
and
day.
tell them good night.
No.
Well, that's what they're saying. That guys
No,
are starting to do that.
If we're having a conversation at night, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah.
Hope you sleep well."
Oh, I'm sure you do. You're like,
And
okay, I'm
that's
tired of talking to you
That's more
now.
of a deflection. It's not an endearing thing. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to bed. Stop bothering me.
Well, it is.
And I always
That
tell my
was so
friends.
funny.
I always tell my friends, drive safe. If I know they're leaving, I'll be like, "Hey, I know you're leaving today." I did that with Kurt and my buddy Alan. They're doing a rodeo, and I was like, "Hey, good luck this weekend. Let me know how y'all do."
So you're such a good friend. That's
Well,
why you have so many friends. You really nurture that friendship.
Yeah, that's true. True story.
I
Well,
don't have any friends.
Well, it's funny.
Phyllis.
It's funny. I got a message on social media from a high school buddy, and he was like, "Hey, you're the only person I know that can round everybody up for our 20th anniversary or whatever."
You did?
And I was like, "Yeah, dude, I'll help out. Like, I'll help. I'll
Yeah.
do whatever I can. But just to let you know, I'm still friends with a third of our class because I only had like 65 people in our class, and I went to college with like 14 of my closest friends.
Good grief.
So, and I still talk to all of them. And I'm like, just so you know, it's just going to, like, for me, it's just going to be another hangout with the buddies who I literally see at least
All
once
the time
a year.
anyway. Yeah.
So I was like, it's going to be a real weird reunion because I'm like, oh, hey, we saw each other last week. What's up?
See, that's the thing is in those reunions, unless you're on Facebook with everybody, when you walk in there, you have to start from scratch. So what have you done since 1967? And start talking about it. And everybody else knows exactly where they are,
Yeah.
where that group
I
is.
tell them I've had a full life.
I've had a full life.
I'm very satisfied.
Yes. I went to school on about 5 years of my life on what not to do.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the time I'm having a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm looking forward. One of my buddy's wives called me,
Uh-oh.
and she was like, "Hey, we're renting this house in Galveston, and Daniel misses you. He wants to see you." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah." I haven't seen him in at least a year. I see his brother all the time, and his other brother all the time, but not him. I always love that.
You do have a great. It is so interesting to hear you talk about all your friends and how y'all get together and all that you talk about, all the things that you talk about. Do you talk about other people, or do you talking about sports or bowling?
Talk about whatever. I mean, like, it just depends on who it is. Because I have friends who are really into sports. I have friends that are into movies. I have friends that are into books. And it's just like, we'll talk about, I can also talk about whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And you go to bed at 9 o'clock at night.
no way. Depends on the day. Like, last night, I didn't go to bed till like 2. Because I got home. I got
thought
home
you were
from
talking
work.
about how you
Yeah, I
go to
woke
bed
up.
so early.
Yeah, I wake up early.
Do you ever wake up and you go, it's still that same night, and you don't know you think it's time to wake up to get ready to go to work, and then something clicks because this doesn't make sense. Have you ever had that happen to you? Is that the beginning of dementia or what?
No, usually when I wake up, it's one of those decisions that you have to make. It's like, do I just need to get up now and just have the extra time, but be tired throughout the day, depending
Right.
on what I'm doing? or do I want to go back to sleep? Because for some reason, if I go back to sleep for an hour, it's like the best sleep ever.
I know it's a power nap. When they
It's
talk
like-
about power
yeah.
naps, I did that the other day.
I almost wish I could
can't-
train myself to understand that just
right.
enough to where like, oh, I gotta wake up at 3 a.m., set an alarm, and then I go back to sleep and sleep for 2 hours and be perfect.
I am ready to order that the relaxation. What is it? The governor of Arkansas, and the guy he was also
Not Jackson. He was
No.
in Predator. Man, I knew you were talking about. Let me look.
no the
Arkansas. Never mind. Now it's
he was-
Minnesota.
he also ran for president, and but he does all these commercials about Relaxium. It's called Relaxium, and it's not supposed to be habit forming, and it's not supposed to be, but it gives you the best night's sleep you'll ever have, and it works immediately, and it's great. That's what they talk about. So I'm about ready to do that because I am sick and tired of waking up so often during the night. I can't have you probably can sleep 6 hours straight, right?
Yeah, I still have that ability to sleep anywhere, but I do value my sleep.
Yeah, I know that.
So that's like my number 3 on my this is what you don't mess with.
Mm-hmm.
Is my
Why are
sleep.
you looking at me like that? Like, Cindy, I'm telling you for the
No, people call me all the time.
300 times. Well, because you're like in the entertainment business, and so they think you stay up all night and party.
That's true.
Well,
I do that.
you like to think of yourself as that way.
Yeah.
But so
I don't know what to tell you. Why don't you get one of those rainmakers in your house and just let them?
I have every kind of storm you can think of: the winter storm, the the really bad thunder that comes. But
Yeah.
that's so stupid because the rain's coming. It's like, okay, I think I'm about to go to sleep. And it goes, and then you go like, why did I have the thunder on there? It was stupid. And what's interesting to me is that Maddie understands that that's
your dog.
TV.
That's your dog.
But yeah, that's my dog. And then whenever it starts to thunder outside, she comes over to me and she's and she says, and can't and has to have me up and go in the living room, and she does not like that at all.
Frey doesn't like the rain, and then she also wakes me up when it's ready. Like she's ready.
And does she want to go outside?
She wants to eat.
She wants to eat. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's my problem for feeding her at 5:30, 6 in the morning every time.
Because
that's when she thinks she's allowed to eat. So if I'm sleeping in or
oh,
something, it's like, good luck with that.
dogs are so much smarter than we think. It scares me because I'll look at her and go like, "Are you channeling my mom, or what are you?" The way she looks at you and like, "What are you doing? Why are you doing that? You need to leave. You need to go." But I think that one day we'll all know what the dogs knew. That's what I want to find out about, how smart they really were. And those dogs that sound like they're trying to talk, the one that has the blue eyes, I don't know what kind of dog they are. Alaskan?
There's different ones. There's
Something.
huskies. There's Catahoula's, have blue eyes. I mean, there's
Well, the ones that
huskies
when they
probably.
instead of barking, they'll go,
Yeah, it's probably huskies.
they're trying to. They sound like they've been watching a lot of Scooby Doo, and they're trying to tell you something. But that would be so interesting, and they say the guys that do like a dog whisperer, those people are very strange to me. I would love to have one come over and tell me something about Maddie, how intelligent she is, and
How you're abusing her.
yeah. No, Samuel would be the only one worried about what she might say, what he might, because Samuel is so mean to her. Not mean, but he's like, get out of the way. You're a dumb dog. Get out, and do all that. And I said,
dog.
you have to be sweet to her. So he's like, oh, no, you don't. But she's old now, and so I don't know when. I always go and check her, see if she's breathing. and then the grandchildren come in and they want to see if I'm breathing.
Yeah.
It's just
It's a vicious cycle.
it's the cycle of life. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't made like an updated "Help Me, I fell down" kind of button. But like they always have the diabetes thing
Right, the Dexcom.
on like they inject into you. They should do one that has like a tracker.
Yeah.
And it has like it tells you if your heart rate's going down,
Right.
and it's like, how's grandma doing?
Well, what is that thing that you wear? Is just to alert somebody that you've
Yeah.
fallen. I can't get up.
It just calls emergency services.
Yeah, and Sam's dad had that, and he would say, "I just got another call that they think he's fallen, or
I always
he's not
wondered what the
responding."
accidental pressing the button ratio is on those devices.
Oh man, it would be like constant with me.
Yeah.
And two,
They
if
should
you've
have it like they
fallen-
should have it like the nuclear button where it has that plastic case over it with a key.
right? You mean like Iron Man, like a
Yeah, just like to open it, you got to put a key in, then you got to flip it. And,
if I've fallen, all I'm doing is screaming at that time, and so
yeah.
and you know that you've fallen and this thing is broken and there it is over there and you can't reach it, and
Yeah.
so that was your last.
That's
Oh,
so funny.
what
That's so funny.
is now? Does Andrew still comment to us?
Yeah, anyone that's listening right now on YouTube can easily
Yeah.
make a comment. So feel free to ask
Yeah.
Cindy anything because
Right, you
She's-
can ask us anything.
anything's better than this.
but I like radio like this. I mean, I
Do you
would
have a candy
listen.
in?
What?
Do you have a candy in?
A what?
Like a mint?
Do I have a mint?
Yeah, in your mouth.
No.
All right.
Am I talking like that?
I feel like I hear something.
Like you hear something.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I'll just mess with you.
Oh, yeah, that's so. I remember one time you said you're breathing too hard into the microphone, and that's like telling a golfer, "Do you breathe in or do you breathe out whenever you stroke?" And then you go like, you start thinking about it. Now, why'd you say that? Anyway,
It's like throwing you off.
but I really like to listen to people's conversation. It's like a party line, in a way. We could call it party line, yeah. And so we talk about everything. Now, if you have something you want to talk about and that you want to comment on, or have us comment on, we probably won't agree on it, but it's fun to listen to y'all. So because Andrew, when he walks in here, he'll say, "Oh, yeah, that was on this show." Like he knew.
He's
what,
a radio guy. He loves the radio.
Oh my goodness, he must listen to a lot of podcasts and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. I want to do one. Oh, for the neuropathy thing, in the Woodlands, they're doing this big event about neuropathy, and they're having this guy come in that's this expert, and he's going to talk about it. And so that's why I was going to try and ask you when I disrupted y'all yesterday.
Yeah.
To see, could you find out? Because it was on one of those reels, and to try and get that
Yeah,
reel
I know.
back.
I knew exactly what you're talking about. I'm like, just get out of here.
What? You just can you look it up on the Woodlands? It's a Woodlands
I will.
event thing. So if you and this guy is standing in front of a stage or something, and he's telling people, this is going to be in July. I think July 26th or something like that. It's coming up soon. But man, I would love to have one of those guys there because there's so many reels and short commercials about. Everybody has their opinion about neuropathy and how to cure it. It's not incurable, it's curable. And if you'll just click on the thing below and learn more.
The only thing I found real quick was it's a class on Wednesday, July 16th. That's already passed. That's today.
That's today.
Yeah. Is that what you're talking about?
Is a class on neuropathy?
Yeah, it's Renew Life Wellness Center. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, that's it.
That's today. That
I
sounds.
thought it was the 26th. All right, we'll have to have him come in and talk about how that went and that was a really good thing. But every other ad or somebody talking about it is about neuropathy and how they can cure it. Like when Elon Musk came on and said, I can't go to my grave without telling everybody what they need to do to cure neuropathy. Like I can give you exactly the cure, but you have to click on the thing below and listen to the doctor talk about, oh, when they do that, that's it. That's it. They didn't just say, here's what I found, and then say what it is that
You got to pay
they
for it. It's like every wellness strategy ever.
Well,
I think I even saw Dr. Drew on a couple of like how to lose weight.
you know what they're
But-
selling now is that the home kit that has all these different medicines that are probably the most popular medicines that are prescribed, like
Yeah.
antibiotics and stuff like that, and so that you don't have to
Go
you
to
know,
the doctor
go to
and
the
he's
doctor.
self-diagnosed.
It has a guide in there, and if you have this,
Yeah.
if you this,
I always, I always
you
get
take
weirded out
this.
by that. One of my buddies, I remember in college, he was prescribed Ambien. And I was sitting there, and we were having a conversation around a campfire in our backyard. And I was like, explain to me why that was given to you at 21 years old. Like, because I understand some people have trouble sleeping, but like Ambien is another level.
Yeah.
And
Ooh.
and he was like, well, I just had trouble sleeping. I was like, no, I know, but like you got to work your life around taking Ambien.
But how
How
do you
does that
wake
work?
up from that?
That's when I was like, how does that work? Because he would do the best things when he was on Ambien. Well, my favorite thing he ever did was we had a great neighbors. Like he was our neighbors to the left, and we'd always have campfires, and because I love a good fire, and we're hanging out. One of my favorite things, he came over with a bowl of like Asian food from a takeout, and he just sat cross-legged in front of the fire and just ate. Didn't talk to anybody.
Didn't talk to anybody.
And I'm sitting there going like, what is he doing?
Oh, so he's on the Ambien at that
Yeah,
point.
he ate it, got up and left. And I like the next day I was like, hey, do you like, was that food so good that you didn't want to talk to us? And he's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, you don't remember
He
eating?
don't remember.
He doesn't
He didn't remember that.
And then of course after that I was like, I want to take one. If that's what I want to see what that does.
Well, that's what's so scary is that if you got, and see, an antihistamine is something that I would think somebody would automatically prescribe to me because of what I have.
Yeah.
So, I just got too hooked on them when I was about 13 or something like that because
You and the NyQuil.
they worked, and then it was the NyQuil after that because so
I got repeat behaviors from you, addicted behaviors.
I think
What is it currently? What are you on? What's the thing you love? The
food.
food?
You know what? I can't.
Uh-oh.
It's terrible.
No, here we go. Is it syrup? Is it syrup
no.
like maple syrup? I love it.
Don't tell anybody. It's ice cream,
Okay.
and I have to take the tracker tag off before I go.
Yeah. Like you're
because
probably the worst diabetes patient ever. I always think
That's-
about that about you. I'm like, she's probably eating a cake right now. And
I had doctor make me sign a thing that says, if I die, it's not going to be his fault.
oh, I believe it. I 100% believe that.
And I didn't go back to him. That made me so mad. It hurt my feelings so bad. And he said, well, you're not doing what I say, dude. And I said, but I feel so much better when I don't. It's just like that medicine makes me feel horrible. And he says, well, then we'll try other medicine, but you've got to keep taking that. And so I am
What's your favorite ice cream then? If you're
pralines and cream at Baskin Robbins. Why are you looking like that?
interesting choice.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's fine.
It's and they make malt with it, or you can do it with if
here
you
we
put
go.
2 big scoops in one of those big,
It's like bubble gum
bowls.
over here.
and then you put hot fudge on it, and then cherries and no whipped cream. I'm trying to cut back. So
Whipped cream on ice cream. That sounds disgusting.
counterproductive. Well, I am. I can't do that though because everybody gets real upset with me.
I believe it.
But I just have a craving for and usually
When are you gonna hit that age where you're like, whatever? I think you've already done
I-
it.
my dad at 80
But
said,
you've been doing that like since
my-
you were diagnosed with diabetes anyway. So
Yeah,
you're like, I'm still
true.
gonna eat my ice cream.
"Yeah, just let me go." That's why I told Sam I'm going to go first, and because he's so much healthier than I was, And
Well,
so
who got the last laugh on that one?
he did, because he goes, now look what she's got to do. Oh, yeah. He just kept saying,
Cindy.
don't be competitive, Cindy. Just, I'll go first because I'm older than you are. And I went, that doesn't matter. I got more things wrong with me than you have. He said, see, you're being competitive about it. Just don't worry about it. I said, okay. But you can't go first because here's the deal. Then I don't know what to do with these kids about how to get them in college and how all the stuff that you did for them.
Yeah.
Because I was working on.
We weren't even in that world. You were doing your own thing for 50 years.
Yeah, it's true.
And then you got pulled back to earth.
Oh boy, I did.
So the only thing she knows how to do, folks, is basically breathe and then eat ice cream.
Breathe in and out.
That's the only thing she knows.
No, that's why I want to talk to widows and talk to them
I tried
about
to
what
get you
they
into
do.
that group
Well,
several times.
You never told me what she said about.
I told you several times they meet on I want to say it's the third Monday at Luby's, and it's a widows club in a sense.
Right.
And I texted you one time. I even reminded you. I was like, hey, are you going to go to that deal next Monday?
You didn't.
Yes, I did.
Every time I get any kind of text from you, I
Yeah.
well, whenever I read it,
I try to get you
I
into it.
immediately
I even offered to go with you. They said
that you wanted to go.
Peggy was like, you can come with her. And I was like, yeah, because she needs to just give it a try.
But I was having a hard time walking that time.
I think everyone has a hard time walking,
No, I mean,
especially that group.
do you see I'm wearing shoes, like regular shoes? Except I had to cut the tongue out of one of them, so it opened up more. And the other,
Well, yeah, no. I try to get you into that group, and it's still they meet. They still meet.
They still meet.
Yeah, I want to say it's the third Monday.
You got her number.
Yeah, she's a
Okay.
bowler.
Does she come on Wednesdays?
No,
She doesn't come at certain times.
no
She doesn't come.
she bowls at the other center. It's like West Side Story in Conroe when it comes to bowling alleys. So it's like, oh, you bowl at that center.
Oh.
Oh, you bowl at that center.
Well, 300 Bowl is in Conroe, right?
Yeah, there's 3 major alleys here in Montgomery County.
Oh,
I
the
guess
Rainbow is Rainbow
That's
still.
that's a roller rink. That's not a
Oh.
bowling alley.
No wonder I kept looking for the lane in the bot. No, I realize that's a
but no,
roller rink.
She's a wonderful woman, and I'm telling you, you should go. I'm telling you.
What if I went to the? Where is the office that you go to find where to find things in Conroe? Where
Here in the building.
in the city hall?
Yeah, visit Conroe.
They know where to find everything.
I mean, they probably give you a starting point. They don't know everything.
It's not like a travel agency for
Yeah,
the Conroe.
they'll do the best they can.
Because I remember that couple coming in, and she's got on high heels, like spiked high heels. He's got a suit on. It's hot as it can be outside. And they come in and goes, is this where you come to get your marriage license? And I went, you know what? I don't know for sure. I think it's. Did you stop at the tax place and see if they
It's right here, actually, if you want to get your marriage license.
for marriage license? Where are you pointing?
It's right next to Paulette's.
Right next to Paulette.
Yeah.
So, that door that you go in,
And
it looks
the-
like offices. Are
No,
there?
it has an awning, and it has I don't know the address.
And that's the marriage license.
That's where you get a lot of things there. You get like your DBAs, and then you get your marriage license there if you need it, and then if you cross the street, that's where you get rid of the marriage.
If you want to get rid of the marriage,
Yeah, if you want to get rid of the marriage, it's across
just
the street.
cross the street.
Just across the street. It's a one-stop shop here.
So
Oh,
there's
that's
where
great.
you get the licenses. Okay, all right.
That's
well,
I don't know if I ever told you that story of going to the courthouse at like 8 a.m. And the way, you know how the courts here, they have different judges that do specific cases. And what I love is the court I was in, it was all sorts of like random misdemeanor / divorces / civil cases.
mhm.
So I loved like sitting there, and like the guy before me had to pay, like $6,000 for ruining this guy's yard or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And then, and then they call me up, and then it's like, what are they gonna say? And they're like, oh, this is a matter of marriage between so and so and so and so, and they're whatever the lawyer speak word for null. And it's not annulment, whatever it was. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, thanks for saying that to everybody, buddy. Like. And so I had to stand up in front of all these people. And then, but they all have they all have different reasons to be there. They're like, at first I thought I was like, oh, all these people are getting divorced. That's crazy. Like, what are the odds of that? And then no, it's all sorts of cases.
Oh, so because you thought that was all. Oh, okay.
And then I made a joke to my you remember Tony? She had the Legal Connection show here. She was.
Oh yeah.
She was great. She helped me throughout the whole thing. And I looked at her. I was like, this is such a strange way because she stood up with me. And after the judge is like, and now it's done or whatever, I look at her and I was like, it's such a strange way to let these people know I'm single.
And you look around, see if there's anybody.
Yeah, I was like, I guess I can start right now.
Yeah, I mean that you could sit in court and wait for the divorce to be finalized, and then that girl's free, and yeah, that would be a good
pickup.
Yeah, because guys have said that the best place to go.
Man, that's so funny.
Where they say the best place to go to meet women is at the grocery store.
Okay.
Because the woman's by herself, and they assume that she's, the husband didn't come to push the cart, so she must not be married anymore.
Really? Is that how guys think?
Yeah, that's what Sam said. He said, I hate pushing that cart. I know what everybody thinks is that you make me do it and push the cart, and you go and pick stuff off the shelves and stuff. And so he started going by himself. He said, I just want to go by myself because I'm going to go in there, I'm going to get the stuff, and I'm going to leave.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Because you sit and look at stuff and all. And but I've learned how to order from HEB now.
Good. That's the strong one right there.
This is
all your reoccurring goods. That's what I do.
I should never learn to do that. It is so much fun to go grocery shopping, ordering it online. And they have the picture, and they have the big picture of it, like what it is, what it's supposed to look like. And they always somehow, I don't know what it is about, I just push on the picture and it goes in but it doesn't come back. And I want to call them and complain, but I'm afraid they'll spit in my food or something like that. Well,
Yeah, HEB's known to do that. Spit in your groceries.
Well, you never know. You never know they get mad and I don't want to complain to anybody about how they are.
Yeah.
And plus, now they add the tip in so you don't have to tip them. But it seems like the guys, when they stand there and they go like, "Here's your order," and would you need help with the order? And I went, "No, I know I got it. I get my grandson to come pick up the hard stuff." And
they drop it off in your car, right?
No, in the front porch.
No, there's certain HEBs where they have.
Oh, you drive up. That's curb service. Yeah. No, I don't want. I want it to come right to the door, so all I have to do is open the door, and there it is. It's like DoorDash for groceries.
Cindy. Well, you won't be here tomorrow. We gotta be wrapping up.
Oh, so I'll miss you guys.
Yeah.
And
you'll be here next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, yes.
If you want to be a guest, reach out.
Please reach out and
she's
submit.
Lonely.
Yeah, I'm having to. All I do is take selfies all day. So
yeah.
It's the only interesting thing. Yeah, it's the only interesting thing I have to do. No, that's not true. I am busy.
Yeah,
busy,
it
busy.
is totally true.
No, it is not.
I bet it is.
Well, oh, good. I don't have my phone in here.
Let me see.
No, I don't have my phone. Because that would be the evidence. That'd be the receipt right there. Okay. All right. We love you, first responders. Thank you, all the first responders. Thank you so much for what you do and how brave you are. Why don't y'all call somebody you love and talk to them and tell them hello. My number is 28.
No, don't do that.
I'm not going to do that.
All right, bye.
Every week, people ask the same two questions. Are they ready to retire? Will their savings last for their lifetimes? Hi, this is Chris Wootton with Wootton Financial Group. Our firm has been in Montgomery County for decades, but the hopes and dreams of the people we serve never change. We help answer these two questions and many more that people have about their uncertain financial future. We have a simple introductory client experience that allows us to get to know the client and includes a few meetings for the client to kick the tires at no charge. We provide a concise, one-page summary that helps the client get a better handle on which questions are the right questions for them. To learn more about Wootton Financial Group's process in helping their clients to a clearer financial future and to see their contact information, visit Cindy Cochran Show page on irlonestar.com/TCCS. Wootton Financial Group is a proud sponsor of the Cindy Cochran Show. Wootton Financial Group is available by phone at 936-449-5952 or visit them on the web at www.woottonfinancial.com. That's www.woottonfinancial.com.
This program is sponsored by the Wootton Financial Group. It is not the intent of Wootton Financial Group to render or offer personalized investment advice or financial planning advice through this radio program or any related website. Wootton Financial Group's participation in this program is limited to providing general information on financial matters and should not be construed as financial recommendation or investment advice. Investment advisory services are offered through Game Plan Advisors, Inc., a registered investment advisor registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission and the state of Texas. Insurance services are offered through Wootton Financial Group, Inc. Game Plan Advisors and Wootton Financial Group, Inc. are affiliated through common ownership, and neither firm is affiliated with The Cindy Cochran Show. No listener should assume that any information presented and or made available on this program serves as the receipt of or a substitute for personalized individual advice from Game Plan Advisors, Wootton Financial Group, or any of their representatives.
Second Saturday Divorce Workshop provides unbiased information to help you understand your options and move forward.